What's going on, you guys? It's Maurice and Emery down there. We are the owners of Aaor, but this is Aaor Media, where we are going to bring you the news here in San Antonio, Texas, because without us, I don't. Besides the news, I don't know. They say it's
and Miss Neka. I'm not even gonna let them skip me.
Wait. No. We gotta introduce you. Hold on. We gotta introduce you. Hold on, y'all. I know y'all see her. I know y'all see her.
I wasn't even gonna let you tell that lie.
Hold on. Nah, we had to introduce you. You know. But no, we have a special guest for today, Miss Neka. Neka. Okay, cool. So, Miss Neka, what do you do?
Shall I say I'm the goat of what y'all are doing right now?
Okay. What's that? Everything?
Let's get that right now, she said.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not even gonna let him tell that lie. I'm not even gonna let him do it. But I mean, I do everything. So, like, first of all, let me just say that I'm so happy to be sitting in between two very handsome, which seems to be intelligent. And I believe to be good-spirited, hearted men.
Amen.
That are walking around San Antonio, Texas.
God give us the glory.
I'm just saying, man. It's you. We all. Sometimes y'all is scarce.
look. I'm over here fixing my tie just in case, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. San Antonio, Texas, they scarce around here. So it's good to see you guys. I'm proud of you and what you're doing and everything. And you know, it's. I feel like mama. Mm-hmm. Right, because I was just telling them before we even started. I think I did podcast before podcast even started. Yeah. When Facebook they started doing their live, I almost had to go give me an iPhone because I had an Android and it wouldn't go on Android yet.
Oh, Team Android.
You know, we were doing chats in the radio station and all that stuff before lives even popped off. I've of course been the city radio personality, #1 in the city at KTFM for years. And then I left there and started my own radio station, which was the One Radio, which many of the people that you see doing things in the city right now came through the One Radio. I taught many people how to podcast, many people how to be a DJ host, many people how to be a host on stage, many people on what the media does. So the folks out here making it work, you welcome.
Come on. Right. So it seemed like we got the right one in the building today.
You got the right one. I told him he walked in the right place.
Hey, right. But this is 2023. Emery, we have so much that we want to accomplish in Jesus' name for 2023 for Aaor. I mean, you can speak on some of the things that we can look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I want to speak on what Neka's doing right now. I mean, she was able to share with me some of the things that she had going on, and she has a ton of opportunities for different small businesses. There's a lot of people looking for answers, looking for direction, looking for instruction, and it's hard to find that. And sometimes you just have to find it in yourself to just talk to people, just network with people. And Neka's the right person to network with, which is why I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring her on to this podcast with Aaor, so that we can get some of the information, some of the knowledge that she has. She has some things that she's printing out, some opportunities for businesses to be able to have spotlights and things of that nature. And I want to give her an opportunity to share on some of the things that you shared with me that I was blessed to be able to hear. The opportunities that you've provided for small businesses.
So I will say, just so you know, that I have 3 parts of me, okay? So I have the Black Business San Antonio, which I own and operate, which is a platform for Black business owners to get education, site exposure, and network within the groups, and of course get business opportunities. It's a fantastic platform. You need to get on it if you're a business owner or you want to be a business owner or a nonprofit. Anything having to do with business. I'm also a community girl, okay? If you might know, I ran for council a few years back. I'm the community person. I'm the one that's out here giving free food and clothes, and not just me. I'm working with other community people. We work together. We come together. David Scott YMCA, those are my people. Boys and Girls Club, Big Mama Safe House. You know, all of these folks, Monster Moms, we're all out here in these streets of these east sides making sure that that people have clothes, people have water, people have the things that they need, and help and support. So there's the community side of me too. And then there's the Miss Neka side of me, which I'm a personality. I'm I'm a radio personality. I'm a TV personality. You know, I do all of that stuff. That's where the crazy side comes in. So you put them all together and you just get a really good network, right? So Black Business San Antonio, which is where we are at right now, which is our annex. We are right next to Tank's Pizza off of 910 North New Braunfels. We provide free business classes and business workshops that are very affordable, where you can learn how to build your own website, learn about financial opportunities, learn about to get it registered, your certifications for your business. What is it? How does it all work, right? We walk around here and we say that we're small businesses. Stop doing that unless you really are. If you just started last week, you are nowhere near a small business. The definition of small business is something like Starbucks. You have 100 or more, 100 to 500 employees. Let me say that again, 100 to 500 employees, or you make in revenue, like what you get to take home, $500,000 to $1.5 million. As a small business. Are you a small business? Because if you are, I need to know you. Right. But we're not. We're startups. We're micro businesses, right? So when you go after all these grants and this help and you're like, man, we ain't even getting none. It's because you're not a small business. You don't even qualify. And those things are done through the SBA, Small Business Association, which does all of your federal government, state, city government. If you don't see the word micro or startup, then look somewhere else unless you actually have those numbers behind you.
So what you're saying, when you say that, you're saying if you are applying for those type of grants and you're putting in a small business, you're saying that you're a small business. They're not even looking at it because you don't have those qualifications.
That's right.
So you're spinning your wheels basically.
That's right.
Because you're looking in the wrong place. It's not so much that you need to be discouraged that you might be doing the wrong things.
Right.
It's that you are going to the wrong place.
You're not probably doing the wrong thing. You're going to the wrong place.
Exactly.
Just like in the community, it's not that you're fighting wrong or doing stuff. You're just going to the wrong people. Come on. Right? Stop going to your council person asking about streets. They don't do that.
Right.
Stop going to your mayor asking about this. He doesn't do that. The council and the mayor are the people who are basically glorified secretaries for your city. They keep all the documents together. They sign all the stuff. Your actual city. Who is the most important person in the city of San Antonio? Who is your most powerful person in the city? Can someone tell me?
Us.
Nope.
No?
Tell me.
Do you think it's the mayor?
No, I don't think it's the mayor.
What do y'all think? It's actually the city manager. The city manager is the one that writes all the checks that comes from the city's office of San Antonio. He has a whole staff. They're the ones that put the programs together in San Antonio. They're the ones that put all the stuff together. The council just votes on it.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times we're fighting, we're arguing, and you're walking in the streets to the wrong place. Yeah. When we were doing this fighting for black rights and black people matter, which I hate, by the way. I hate to have to tell somebody that Black Lives Matter. Do we not? Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't any lives matter?
Do white people have to say white lives matter?
Right. Nah, you're right. You're right.
Lives matter. Right. But no, we got to tell you that our life matters, and then you're going to argue with us.
Yeah.
Blue lives matter.
Yeah.
All lives matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you my life matters, and now I got to argue and defend why I'm telling you that.
Right.
That's all wrong. You keep pushing us back 8 steps when we're trying to go forward. We're using the wrong language. We're using the wrong stuff. You know, language creates. What do they say? You see it in your heart, you speak it out loud, you write it down, and it starts coming into fruition. But if you're speaking the wrong words, you're taking things into the wrong place. Do you still say good morning?
It's funny that you say that, because how can you? I saw that someone said, "How can you? Good morning. Morning
is death.
Yeah.
So you're starting your day off every day with something negative, with death. That's why you hear Grand Rising, because that's life. We celebrate January, which is the beginning of the year, but is that truly the beginning of the year? No, it's March. The beginning of the year is when life starts. So we have been taught the wrong thing. We've been taught the wrong language. We've been taught the wrong, and we speak it and we speak it and we speak it, and it comes reality, but our reality is struggle and pain because that's what we're bringing, that's what we're speaking in.
That's
so
good.
Grand Rising when you're waking up. You know, I hear everybody say kings and queens, but let's be honest. If we look at the history of kings and queens, and is everybody a king in the neighborhood?
No.
There's how many?
One.
So not everybody can be royalty. Stop acting like you are.
I have to come back on that, though. This is good. This is good dialogue.
Yeah, you look. This took a turn into something. I like it though.
But when
I
you
like
interview
it.
me, that's what happens.
I like it though.
Yeah. Let's stay there because let's stay. What we're talking about is language. The wrong language that we speak.
Yes.
And in my belief, when we talk about language, we talk about kingdom language. When you talk about kingdom language, you're talking about life.
Yes.
When you're talking about life of the children of God, then you're talking about royalty. So when we talk about being a child of a king, the king of all kings, then we are royalty. We are heirs of the Most High. So when we talk to each other, and depending on where it's coming from your heart,
I believe.
depending on where it's coming, is it coming from a pure heart to where you're saying, hey, you are royalty, but what do you mean I am royalty?
Yes.
Do you mean that I am royalty because I belong to this world and I belong to somebody that's a high power in this world? Or do you mean royalty because I'm from a kingdom, I'm from God,
There you go.
So those are different.
But then I'm going to stop you because really it's more than language. It's how you act.
It's how you act.
It's your intentions.
What's coming out of your heart?
And
what's your action? Come on.
And I always say, because people will be quick to take one verse out the Bible instead of reading the paragraph, the sentence, the chapter,
take it all out of context.
or the whole thing, and take everything out of context. And you'll be like, oh well, women are supposed to submit to men, right? No, they submit to a godly man, which is different. A godly man treats a woman differently than a regular man treats a woman. A godly man doesn't ever make a woman feel less than.
Right. She ain't less than because she belongs to your father. That means she is his daughter. That means that you should be treating her even better.
You understand?
You answer. You're a direct connection to the Father. You should be leading your home.
None of to where when I say how this man leads me, it does not make me feel any type of less than or nothing.
And
I'm so proud for this man to lead me because I have faith in him. I have confidence in him, and he follows the God that I serve. That's the difference.
Yeah. Do you serve God to where you're able to say, as a man, do you serve God to where you're able to say, I submit to the gift that you have given me? Because in the rest of that,
and I won't take
advantage
of it either.
Exactly, because we are both following God. But that comes back to the language, not only the language that we speak out that you can hear physically, but a language of your heart, a language of your mind.
Right.
What are you fitting? Are you fitting this worldly aspect of it, or are you fitting the kingdom world, the kingdom mindset?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's our citizenship. And that's when your language changes. What's your citizenship? I belong to the kingdom. Well, where's your language? Our language is different.
And it definitely defines actions and starts defining who we are, what we do, and what we manifest. So we have to take time and be careful of what we're speaking out of our words. That's why I say your words are powerful.
Your words are powerful.
Right?
Man, this is definitely all good. Like the way God works is just amazing.
No,
because
he is.
I can't argue the topic that we're talking about right now because to go back, everything that you said is your foundation. What is a lot of people's foundation? And that's where a lot of people get things wrong because they are doing things that worldly things instead of godly or kingdom, mindset, tongue. And so this is awesome, man. I just, I like you already.
And let's tie it up. Let's tie it up because when we talk about how we do things, well, the way that our action is, that defines the fruit that is within us. So that's when you start to see, like, okay, your action does not match what you're supposed to, the fruit that you're supposed to have.
Right.
You can tell by their fruit. Right. So this is what we have to start speaking throughout every district to every person. Like, what is your fruit? It's not based on your merit that creates the fruit. The fruit, through your merit, you show the fruit that is already within you.
Right. And since you're using those words, let's really just sidebar, right?
Right.
Because we always talking about sinful things. We're talking about that. Where we living in God's world or we live in a worldly world. Yeah. So what truly is a sin? One of my favorite sermons that my pastor did, what truly is a sin? Because we'll sit up there and say, oh, smoking, sex without marriage, drugs, all those are surface things.
Yes.
A sin is when, and again, how it was defined to me, that I grabbed it and said yes. Okay. Is when God has a purpose for you and you're not living in your purpose.
That's right. There we go.
You are literally living sinful. So if I am, for a basic example, if I'm a lemon tree and I don't bear lemons, I'm a sinful lemon tree because I'm not doing my purpose.
Yeah,
my purpose is to bear the lemons.
That's right.
So why they always say, figure out what your purpose is. 2 best days. The day that you find out what your purpose is, not the day that you were born, but the day that you find out why God put you here.
That's the day you're born again, because you
reborn,
are submitting to God. And you're saying, I got to be born again in order to fully fulfill my purpose. Because I have a creator that gave me that purpose. And the only way I can find that is by following
And then
that.
if you go by the word, and then what does he say then? You find your purpose, and then when you do have a relationship with Lord, you submit yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer Neka Cleaver.
Right.
I'm now just a servant of Lord through my purpose. Right?
Absolutely.
So now I'm just out here purposely giving you me.
Yeah.
On purpose.
On purpose.
So let me ask you this: Do you consider yourself as a believer?
Oh yeah.
And are you like religious?
No.
Got you.
But I'll go to church.
Okay.
I'll read the book, the Bible and the book, because I believe the book, the original book, has your outline, of life and really give you an idea of how you move in purpose, right?
Okay.
The church, I love to hear my music and my gospel, and I like to praise and all that stuff, but it's also a house of mess too, because people are there.
People.
And we mess it up.
Yes.
Yes.
We mess up everything.
Yes.
There could be a great plan on paper, but you put the people in there, and here comes their egos, here comes their own stuff, here comes their own feelings.
There was a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful
And then
garden.
people went in there.
People.
Yeah.
Right.
So people is what kind of messes it all up, right?
Right.
I went to a church for a long time, and because I'm a community person, I couldn't worship myself, because I go to church and they're like, "Oh, Neka, I've been looking for you, man. I need your help on da 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 da." So going to church would just work for me, because I
Right.
had 3 hours of listening to people. But to me, these are my church folk. If I can help people I don't even know, I can help my church family. So maybe the Lord brought me here to help this church family. So I'm still working.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a balance, but I want to, if I strip away all of that, I just want to have a relationship with me and my God.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. My last question: if you can tell one entrepreneur or many entrepreneurs how to really first steps of rather business planning and stuff like what would you tell them, like how to get their business going?
So what I tell you point blank and period all day long is everything is under the eyes of Google.
All right.
This is basic stuff. Everything that you can do, you can research. Everything. Whether you have the time to do it, whether you have the knowledge to understand what you're researching and all of that stuff, that's where comes the help. Okay? Look stuff up. Make sure that when you are starting a business, you are starting a business within your passion, okay? If you're doing that, God has already given you the steps. Stop, listen, and then be obedient to it.
Come on.
Right?
We were just talking about that yesterday.
There's people out here to help. There's more than just me. There's free programs out here, both government and federal and city, like free information. So what I've done on my platform is I actually work with all of those government entities, and I have them have classes in here to make it easier for y'all.
Nice.
So now I don't have to go Google. I could just go see Neka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have, go to blackbizsa.com. We have free class schedules. We have all this stuff. So if I need finance, go to the finance class. If I need this, go to this class. But at the end of the day, you must research your own trade and your own passion.
Right.
And if you don't have the want to do all this paperwork, to sit in these classes, to figure out how to build a website, then don't do it. Operate within a hobby. Most of you are not business owners. You operate within your hobby and you make some money. But that's not a bad thing. Right? I have a hobby, I make stuff, and people buy it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So stay there.
That's good.
But if you want to be a business owner, then go get your paperwork, your DBAs, your LLCs, your certifications. Make sure you have your website up. Make sure you have these things. If you want someone to give you money, then you need to make sure you have a website, you have an LLC, you have your certifications. They're not giving you money other than that. And instead of always trying to look for someone to give you money, how about we research how to make your product sell really well so you can be independently rich on your own.
Right.
That's good. And to to bounce off of that, I see that you have a newspaper, you have different things over there that I'm very interested in, because I never seen that. So my next question is, where can you find that stuff?
So The Observer is a Black-owned newspaper that has been in circulation for over 30 years over here on the east side. See, sometimes you got to go back and study your roots, especially if y'all ain't from San Antonio.
Right.
Okay? I will say that. A lot of people come into San Antonio and they say, y'all don't do this. Then you come meet me and I'll tell you how long we've actually been doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's about, again, in the Black culture in San Antonio, we have a hard time coming together. It is, we get it. I'm the one to tell y'all this is our issue. Okay, our Black men normally are married to Hispanic or Black or white women. Period. Our Black women out here are out here on their own. When they find a man, that's usually somebody who's not from San Antonio. I used to play a game in 8th grade. We used to go to Windsor Park Mall and we used to see whoever could find the most Black couples wins. That was a game. We never got over 3. So where is the pride of our Black men wanting to be with Black women and vice versa? We ask a lot of our community, but our community doesn't even support who's in the community.
Yeah.
We've had radio stations. I had one for 10 years. But you'll hear people say, we need a radio station. But you have one. Yeah. But you refuse to support that one.
Right.
You need a directory every February, Black History Month. Can somebody send a list of businesses? Man, we got over 3,000 businesses.
She didn't took my directory.
You got a directory too? Let me check that out. Okay,
and we
a
got
directory.
A spotlight directory that comes out. Those usually have at least 200 businesses that we spotlight. The website has more. You've got ads. You've got stuff. You've got every type of business. You know how long we've been doing that? Since 2018.
Wow. And where can you find this at?
In HEBs and small businesses and restaurants, but they don't stay long.
Okay.
If I put a stack of 100 down, it's gone by the end of the day.
Right. People, that's something people need.
It's something that they want. Yeah. They go to grocery stores. I have people that go to grocery stores and literally just pass them out to every Black person that they see.
That's awesome.
70, 100 at a time, day after day.
Wow.
Then this newspaper here, which is also located in HEBs, about 6 of them, because we have 120 HEBs. They're one of our sponsors. Shout out. We have a full page paper in this because they're one of our partners. So we partner with HEB, we partner with The Observer, University Health Systems, we work with CPS, I work with our government, you know what I'm saying, the mayor, the constable, the commissioner, all of these folks, because it's their job to inform us. They work for us.
What it is.
Right.
That's right.
So I basically sit there and stand in front of them and say, oh, this is what you gonna do. I'm gonna talk about you.
Right. I'm
gonna get on the podcast. Right. You know I can do my own podcast. Right. And then I'm gonna find somebody else's podcast.
Right.
And then next thing you know, I'm gonna empower them.
Well, at the end of the day, we work with Ken's 5, Fox 29.
That's great.
We put Black business owners on Fox 29 and WAI News every month. In fact, tune in on the 10th. We kicking it off with 2 Black business owners, fellas. One owns Scooter Bangs, that's over off of Fredericksburg Road, and then the other one hosts our only and first Black 30-minute sitcom that is produced here in San Antonio on the east side and around other parts of the city. And we're in season 2, so we have literally a Black sitcom that is produced in San Antonio. And that particular producer won the NAACP Small Movie Award 2 years ago, and he continues to do great things. So I mean, like, we've got talent in this city.
Yeah.
We've always had talent in it. My whole thing, having a radio station, you know that we've always had talent.
That's
here.
our page. So this is where your stuff should be.
But see, my whole thing is, because I'm pretty new to San Antonio, and I'm trying to still figure things out. And of course, I hear District 2, East Side. This is where the Black folks are. This is
where the most Black people are, but our Black people are everywhere.
Right. But my thing is, what I don't get is, maybe you can, I know you don't know the exact, well, maybe you do. Why do you think our community don't support each other?
For many, many reasons. Like San Antonio, just period, point blank. We are a very segregated city. I mean, if you can't tell, a lot of people, you don't know stuff because you probably don't come to the east side. You know, you probably stay on your side of town. Everything that you need is on everybody's side of town. I don't need to go to that side to go to a certain store. That store is over here. So that one, we're very segregated in that sense. Two, we don't have, people will say, we don't have a radio station to bring us together. We've had all of that and all that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we haven't really had those main voices, to kind of bring stuff together. Our athletes don't mess with us. Right. Wow. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs, the last time the Spurs was in the club was the Avalon. That was 1994, 5 and 6. And that was Malik and them. You know what I'm saying? Like Tim Duncan don't go out. Yeah. No, nobody, there's not any of that camaraderie type scenario. And we've always been, and point blank, you might not have heard it before, but I'm telling you now, the nickname for San Antonio was Little Mexico. Yeah. So I heard we are literally the majority in a minority. We're a minority, but because the Hispanic population is a minority majority, right? So technically, they get everything. If there's a minority grant, if there's a minority whatever, they end up getting it because they're the majority, so the black people are always left out. So we're always trying to take care of our own family, right? I got to pay my rent. I can't worry about yours. Right. I got to do my stuff. I can't worry about you. Right. So since we're always constantly fighting for our own, we're too scared to say, and then when we have done it in the past, we done chopped each other's hands off. Come on. And so who wants to keep doing it?
I think that's something that is a root. When we dive in, that's the root issue. That's the root issue. I will say that when we talk about speaking the right languages in business, what are we doing to pursue that? How are we making the business that we have legit? Like if we really want to go get money, well, what are we doing in order to get grants? What are we doing that maybe the Hispanic culture is doing to be able to get to that point? Yeah, there might be the majority minority here, but there are certain steps that they are taking that enable them to get to that point. And there are certain people that they may know. There's certain people in council and all that good stuff.
Well, you have to remember, friends help friends.
Friends help friends.
Period. Yeah. I don't care what it is.
And if we're chopping each other's hands off, then we're cutting each other. We're cutting each other down before we even get to a level we can make decisions at.
Friends help friends. Right. You go and figure out all the people that have contracts. I bet you all my everything that they cool with whoever gave it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally. Yeah. Right. So at the end of the day, like the same thing when you get a new council person, it's not like the staff stays. Right. Nah, everybody fired. I'm bringing in my people.
Right. Right.
So between relationships, we so petty, man. I'm mad at her because she dated somebody in 12th grade. You 52.
How you holding on to that, man? Why you holding on to that?
This is really good, really good. I know we're winding down to our 30-minute mark.
Oh, is it only 30 minutes?
But yes, ma'am. But again, I want you to close out with your information again because I think you're very, very knowledgeable at what you do. We're definitely going to come back again.
Yes, you're definitely coming back again.
We're definitely going to come back again.
We're going to do some events and we're going to help some kids and we're going to help some people that need stuff.
Because that's what me and Emery is. I mean, we're really passionate about it. Yeah. Not only our foundation is the Lord, but we're just. For me, like I said, I'm brand new here. He's been here almost his whole life, but I remember when I met him, I said, "Look, I hear what everybody's saying. I see people scared, people counting themselves out." I looked at him straight in his eyes and said, "Dude, if we got God, can't nothing stop us. Can't nothing stop us.
Without even looking.
Can't nothing stop us, and we're not going to stop until we get what we want."
And I will tell you, if you are a true believer, when I say true, I mean I don't need the book. I don't need this. I don't need. I just know He exists, and when I talk to Him, I feel Him, and I know that I can, like. Those types of things, like that's the kind of believer I am. My dog's name is Faith.
That's
because somebody said, well, if you say and you speak something,
my dog name is Penny, so maybe I need to change it.
That it'll be more in you, right? I lost my parents. I needed faith. My dog's name was Faith. Faith. I say it all the time. I have the most faith that anybody will ever meet. And I have my faith in Him, but you also have to have the faith in your own selves.
Have to,
because He's in you.
That's you want to see a strong. I ain't trying to boost myself or anything, but the definition of a strong black man is nothing without God. And That's just how I move. I know that's how my brother over there move. Mm-hmm. And again, give you a full name, the address where they can find you.
Miss Neka Cleaver. Of course, the BBSA Annex is 910 North New Braunfels. Website blackbizsa.com. There's all kinds of stuff that we do around here, guys. I promise you, I know the world, and I can connect you if you need that connection. Can't do the work for you, but I can definitely put you where you need to be.
Right. Awesome. With that said, I'm gonna throw it to Emery. Emery, man, what are the people looking forward to 2023? Well, this month alone for AAOR, brother.
Yeah, well, first, let me thank Neka so much.
Right,
Neka came and I said, hey, we're doing this podcast. And then before I could finish my sentence, she was like, I just finished my podcast. Look. And I was like, okay, well, wait, hold on, let me tell you.
I was like, oh, you want to interview me?
Right, yeah,
I was like, no, we want to interview you. And at that point, Neka was so ready and willing.
Right.
Before she even knew my name, she was sharing tons of information, tons of knowledge with me. And I just want to thank you very much for sitting with us and speaking to us. And I know for a fact, outside of us talking about, hey, black businesses and helping each other as black people, I know for a fact that Neka is willing to help anybody. It's not a fact of just black people. No. It's a matter of who needs help. And when we talk about loving our neighbor, that's what it is. Whoever comes, and I could tell, whoever comes to talk to Neka, she is willing to help because they become her neighbor. Yep. And I really appreciate that. And I just want to throw that out there. I also want to give a shout out to my beautiful Hispanic queen that I'm married to.
Hey, look, I was waiting for you.
I got to.
I was waiting for you to do that.
And it is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. And I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. I know exactly where you're coming from. And I do agree that, we got to get to a point where that is something that is important to us for women. Mm-hmm. For women to be able to have that support. Yeah. Where do they find that support from? Where can they find it? Where can they of course, they can get it in God, but there's a lot of things that are going on.
It's a big thing, man. You have to come back for that conversation. Absolutely. I'm telling you, black women have struggled in San Antonio for
Let's talk about that next time. I know I kind of put us over just a little bit.
No, we good. Yeah.
We actually have on January 12th, we're going to be part of the San Antonio Summit on Youth Violence, January 12th. We're also going to have on January 14th, and we'll just definitely put it on the website. So that everybody knows where everything is. We have our first load free 2023. We're gonna rock out at a
wait. What's it called again?
First load free 2023. We're gonna go to a laundromat, a local laundromat. We're gonna go to District 4 actually, and we're gonna be paying for people to do their first load.
We gonna have the quarters.
I got 6 at the house.
We gonna have the quarters.
I'm coming. 6 of my friends come with me. I'm gonna do my whole life.
Hey, look, if y'all need your laundry done, wait, where's it gonna be?
In District 4.
Okay.
I'll throw it out there. It's gonna be on Old Pearsall Road and Five Palms in District 4. That's on the southwest side.
And just for you to know, because I know you haven't been to a laundromat in a long time, they don't even do quarters anymore. There's cards.
No, this one has quarters.
Actually, yes. This is old school now. Yes. Yes.
No way.
It has quarters. That's why we going.
Even the east side got the slide cards.
We gonna bring it up. Move it up. What I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm like, who got quarters? They must have a payphone there too.
Right.
They probably.
That's
they probably
hilarious.
do though.
Check it out.
I think they do.
They might.
That's funny.
They got a quarter
That's
machine.
just my imagination. That's January 24th, we will be at a wellness fair at Elevate. That's going to be on the northeast side, actually. And then January 27th, we'll be at the Arcadian. These are apartment communities that we're going to be helping out. They're doing some things out there that we're providing resources, and we just want to show our support. And just so you know, what do we do? What is AAOR? Well, hopefully we get you on our website or on our Instagram page, and hopefully Neka can let other people know about us. Absolutely. Because she knows everybody. But we are what we want to do is we want to bridge the gap between the community and local law enforcement. We know that there's been a strain. It's kind of been put under the rug, but we want to bring it back up. These are important relations, and once we start to build that community in that sense, to where those who protect and serve understand the people that they protect and serve, we will be able to have strength. People will be able to have knowledge and we know knowledge is power, but also our people die from the lack of knowledge. So once we start knowing people like Neka, we start speaking to people that work the streets as far as police officers, and understanding why they do the things they do and who we can reach out to and what we need to do if we see anything. I think that's going to empower some of our young people to be able to move forward and understand how to take care of certain issues.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, this is a powerful, and I'm gonna be all with y'all supporting and everything else, because it's huge. We have to have another talk just about that.
All right.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely have a more conversation about that, man. If you listening right now, this is AOR Media, you guys. This is why we doing this, because we get to meet great people like Neka and just have those conversations. With that said,
look, I'm gonna make him. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Because then they gonna have this one episode that goes over that 30 minutes. Okay, I know we talked about a lot today.
You gonna pray for us? You gonna pray us out?
But
there we go.
At the end of the day, it's all life and it all entangles together, right? Yeah. But man, right now we're going to talk to the Lord a little bit about these two gentlemen, okay? Amen. So dear Lord, thank you so very much for having these guys come out here and walk in their passion and walk in what their strength is and what you have given them. They are a blessing, and what our streets of city of San Antonio needs. Continue to give them the resources, continue to give them the power, continue to put the walls up, Lord, of any evil or destruction that could even possibly come their way. Because with you and through you, everything and anything is possible. And this year, Lord, we're going to make you proud. All right? We're going to make you proud. In the Lord's name, in the good name of Jesus and everything that is good, please continue to do what you do. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Neka, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm
that
ready
was
to go
good.
out and break down the wall, bro.
That was good. That was really good. That was really good.
All right, now you can go.
Yeah, until next time, you guys. Again, go to my AAOR to check out what we're doing. We love y'all. Peace.
That's good.
That was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, y'all are awesome.